Alright guys, Jetxc here. Hopefully you guys have been doing good. I've been having a good time farming up for Duet Night Abyss, and things have been going pretty well. Let me know how your progression has been going in the comments, and definitely give a like and subscribe because we're going to be going over just a quick guide on the fastest ways to farm characters and weapons. And honestly, this kind of plays into how you can level up in general when it comes to your trial experience. So I did a video before talking about and asking how long it would take for people to farm, and I gathered a whole bunch of data and opinions, and it seems like we got some pretty good stuff in general to compare it to, and I want to talk about it with you guys. So after all the back and forth, I will have to say that when it comes to farming like characters and weapons, on average guys, in terms of time, it's going to take around 50 minutes to an hour. That's what I've noticed. If we go to the shop here and we go to covert commissions, it's going to take around 20 secret letters. I've gathered information from a bunch of different people. Everybody was either super lucky or they pretty much would average out to the times that we were talking about. So farming either went from a super low time like 18 minutes to a really high time like around an hour, right? So on average, people were farming secret letters and with their weapons and or characters for just about 50 minutes to an hour. If you happen to go past an hour, that's probably around 30 secret letters. You should only need 20 to farm for a character or a weapon. And this is how I do it. So if you would just take the first 10, that's it. You farm those first 10. If you don't get it, then grab another 10. Because secret letter clues obviously are going to be the main resource that you can get or that you want to get in this game, right? And you can get it just from doing about anything, right? It comes from being dropped by enemies, Mystic Maze, Immersive Theater, Memo. So you always want to keep track of how much secret letter clues you're using, right? Because later on, once you start to unlock demon wedges, you really want to focus on that. But yeah, so about 20 secret letters. And when it comes to what you're going to farm, right? So when you go to covert commissions, there's a bunch of different options, and a lot of people have asked, like, what's the quickest thing that you could do? Now, there's a bunch of differing opinions, and there's going to be a bunch of different ways to do things. However, I've had the easiest experience with escort here, mediation, and then capture. It unfortunately isn't on here, but those have been the ones where I just have, as a beginner, those three are probably the easiest to do, right? And honestly, probably still, I would say, some of the easiest ones to do. And we're going to do one of here real quick. I'm just going to explain one of them to you. But if you farm those, it'll take just about a minute, a little over a minute sometimes, to do those, right? It all depends on how you traverse throughout the area, right? If you're using your movement pretty well. But yeah, those would be my three suggestions when it comes to farming like character, weapon, heck, even demon wedges, which we'll talk about that later in another video. But yeah, so we're just gonna go, for example, mediation, and we're gonna go in here. And like I said, Lisbel, I've been farming Lisbel here. I had 16 secret letters just from doing content for her. So like I said, it should take around 20. So I'm just going to use this example, and we're going to farm for her in mediation. And with mediation, all you're doing, and hopefully you guys have read, what each mission does when you've done it for the first time. But all we're doing here is we're getting to the detonator, and we're going to destroy the detonator. It's pretty much it. Couldn't be much easier than that. And honestly, it's completely up to you on what you want to do here. Like, if you want to kill enemies, you can go right ahead and kill as many enemies as you want. But yeah, you could just go ahead and fly right past them, right? Get your movement tech out. For those of you that don't know, the Helix jump has a binded button to it. It should be your 4, for those that may not know, so you don't have to do the slide jump every single time. Yeah, but it should be 4. And you can bind that to whatever you want. But yeah, keep that in mind. So I'm just going to jump up here. And done. Right? And then once you destroy the Helix, or excuse me, the detonator, now you just head to the evacuation point. It's really that simple. Okay, we're gonna float here for a minute. Jump. And we're going up. There we go. And we're done. So that took about, well, I guess let's see, right? Let's see. That took about a minute 18 seconds. So you could definitely shave that down. I was kind of talking to you guys, explaining everything. But yeah, it's pretty simple. So when you're doing this and the other two, that's around the time it's going to take to do some of those things. But like I said, mediation right there is a very simple thing to do. If you're a new player and you're wanting to like farm up and maybe you don't have the best build, I would say those three are the best to use. Now, one thing I do want to add, right, is as you're farming for your characters, weapons, and all those things, you're obviously going to want to progress as well when it comes to trial level. So one thing to keep in mind when it comes to earning levels is to pay attention to what allows you to level up, right? Because there are different things besides quests in the story that will help you level. You're going to want to use character unlocks, ascension, entrant levels, weapon unlocks, ascension, and smelting, and that will really help you out. So for me, I actually have been really trying to level up my Lynn. And for Lynn, I've got the Wayne Wraith on her. And we'll kind of go over like builds and best teams and all that stuff in a different video. But I've got Wayne Wraith because of the skill damage. And I already had a second copy. I farmed this weapon before I got the second weapon for free when I leveled up. So I already have it smelted up to 1 here. Right, and it went to 24% to 28%, right? So as I did a smelt, it allowed me to get more experience. And also, like I said, unlocking characters will do the same thing for you. Demon wedges as well. So once you're done with the story, you'll be focusing on that, which is a pretty good thing to focus on because that'll be something very, very important. And we'll go over demon wedges in another video. But yeah, that's really pretty much it, guys. Definitely take into account like your movement. I think that's a big thing, right? Let's say you're just using the jump or the slide jump. Once you slide jump, you right click for the weapon and then you reload, right? All you got to do is tap once here, tap, and this will help you out with movement, right? Slide jump, shoot. Right, and you could use that movement tech to kind of do things around the escort commissions and things like that, right? These are just things to help make things easier for you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that quick little guide there. I kind of like to show things right there, or I kind of like to show things live just so you guys get an idea of what it's like. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Good luck with your farming, and yeah, we should be talking about more in-game stuff in the next upcoming videos, and also a tier list video too as well. All right, guys, later.